In this lesson, you will learn about functions. In fact, we're going to be creating a very simple function, but we will import, export, we will use some modern JavaScript, and all this will help you later when we start building Nodejs application. Okay, so let's clear this out and let's create a function. Okay, function, let's call it sum. It will take 2 arguments and it will return the total a plus b. Okay, so this is a very simple function. It will just add. You give 2 arguments and it will give you the sum, right? Now let's create a variable. In JavaScript, there are a couple of ways of creating a variable. You can use the keyword var, you can use let, or you can use const. And I recommend using const. So if your variable, the value of the variable will change over time, then you can use let, otherwise you can use const. Okay, so let's create a constant variable. So const, let's call it total, equals to, so this variable's value will be the function. So whatever is returned by this function will be the value of this variable. In JavaScript, functions are first-class citizens. So what that means is functions are flexible enough to be assigned as a value to a variable. They can be passed as an argument to another function, right? So you have this flexibility about functions in JavaScript. So that's why functions are first-class citizens in JavaScript. So that is the reason why we can assign the function as a variable value. You don't get such functionality in every other programming language, but JavaScript you can. Okay, so let's assign this function as the value of this variable. So, okay, and we need to pass few arguments so that this function works, right? So let's add 10 and let's give another 200. Okay, so we passed these 2 arguments that are represented by the a and b. Okay, so this should give us the total. So let's console log this total variable. Okay, save this file, go here, and again let's run node app.js. By the way, you can use up and down arrow to use the previous commands you used. Okay, hit enter and you get the output total is 210. That means our function worked. You learn about the ways of creating variables. You can use var, let, and const, and we will be using let and const quite a lot later, and you will become more comfortable and understand much better as well later. Okay, and you also learn that functions can be passed as value to the variables. Okay, so this is very basic, but slowly, gradually we will make progress. Okay, so let's continue with all these basics. In the next lesson, you'll learn about code separation. How do you move this function to a separate file and import this function to use in this app.js file? Okay, so let's learn about import export in the next lesson. Thank you.